Welcome to another Cardano price prediction. Let's start on the 4-hour chart. And yeah, things are still looking good for Cardano. It actually reacted well to my support zone right here. And like I said in my previous video, I believe this right here is a first wave move to the upside, and we're getting a second wave move to the downside now. And ideally, I want to see another low right here, because right now this second wave move is only an AB structure, and I really need a C wave down. So I want the price to actually go down and maybe test the 0.382 Fibonacci retracement right here before actually going in the third wave right here and hitting this target zone. Now, don't forget, this whole 5-wave move to the upside is only the first wave move up. So to get the first wave move up, we need 5 waves up, like I said in my previous videos. So yeah, it should look something like this. So now we got a first wave up. We'll most likely go down to the 0.382 Fibonacci retracement right here. And ideally, we should get to this target zone right here to end the third wave, and then get a fourth and a fifth wave to only finish the first sub-wave of the main third wave. So yeah, there's a lot Cardano needs to do. And obviously, we still have time. In my opinion, the cycle will end in October of 2025. So yeah, there is time. So yeah, don't be surprised to see a lot of nothingness for the next 3 to 4 months. Obviously, it would not really be nothingness, because I expect this first wave move up to break the previous main first wave high. But yeah, when you look at it from, let's say, a monthly chart perspective, even if we break this previous high right here, it would not look like a lot. So yeah, the main third wave is still to actually do something. And like I said, in my opinion, the first wave move up of the third wave will not be anything too crazy. But you should expect the price to do something crazy after we finish 5 waves here, and after we do go down into an ABC in this second wave move, and then and only then you can expect a third wave move to the upside of the third wave to be explosive and maybe break the previous all-time high. But until we don't finish the first 2 waves, yeah, there's not going to be a lot going on. Also, we are still below the bull market support band, and we're pretty much consolidating below it, but I do expect the third wave to go above the bull market support band, and ideally, after we do go above it, I really do not want to see another break below it in this bull market, because if we check out what happened in the previous cycle, after we went above the bull market support band, after we bottomed in the second wave, we did not really go below it for a very, very long time. And we actually stayed above it for let's say about 235 days. So ideally, the price does not drop below the bull market support band after we go back above it. Now, of course, in the previous cycle, we managed to break above it right here, and then we still dropped below it again before breaking above it again, and then never going below it for 235 days. So there is the possibility that we break above it and then we break down, and then we try maybe testing this low right here. In the previous cycle, we did not test the second wave low, but maybe we'll do it in this cycle, or maybe this will just not happen in this cycle, and maybe we'll just start going to the upside like crazy. Obviously, I cannot tell you what will happen until I don't see price action. Currently we're not doing much. Of course, we went up like 44% from this low right here, but don't forget, from the first wave high, we went down about 60%. So of course, you can expect to get a 44% bounce after we go down 60%. And yeah, this is nothing too crazy. And until I don't see a break at least above the bull market support band, I cannot even confirm that we will not get another low. So yeah, but for now, things are looking good. The support levels are being respected. And in my opinion, we should go down to the 40.3 cents level to confirm that the second wave right here is actually done. And after we do that, we should, in my opinion, get to this target zone right here, or maybe ideally even higher. But for now, this is a good target zone to watch. Now, let me show you something. So in the previous cycle, I've already talked about this in my previous videos, but if you did not watch them, in the previous cycle, in the first wave, we did not get to the 0.236 Fibonacci retracement of the previous high and the previous bear market low. But in this cycle, we actually managed to, we did not touch it, but we managed to actually get closer to it than what we managed to do in the previous cycle. So maybe this means that this cycle is more bullish than the previous cycle. If that was the case, then in the previous cycle, in the third wave right here, we went from like 8 cents to about $2.40. And then, that was a crazy move to the upside. And yeah, in the third wave, we went above the 100% extension right here. And we broke the previous all-time high. And we even went above it. So if we want this to repeat, we need the third wave right here to actually go above the previous all-time high of 2021. And ideally, I want the third wave to maybe go in this zone right here, maybe between, say, $4 to $6, because in the last cycle, the third wave actually got to the 1.618 trend-based Fibonacci extension. And yeah, it got rejected by it after it managed to break above it. So, could we see something like this happen again? I don't see why not. Obviously, this is not financial advice, but things are currently looking more bullish than in the previous cycle. And I honestly do not understand the FUD that is going on around ADA. Things are looking pretty good. So if we want to repeat what happened in the previous cycle, let's actually take a look at how long the third wave took from this second wave low. So if we take this second wave right here and we go to the third wave, we'll see that it took around 235 days. So if we want to do this again, the price from this low right here would need to go up to at least like above the previous all-time high by, let's say, February of 2025, maybe even March of 2025. So ideally, the price goes to at least the previous bull market high and the all-time high in the next 234 days. If that does not happen, then I don't think the cycle will repeat itself. But right now, I see no reason to believe that it will not repeat itself because, this chart is one of the most bullish looking charts I've seen in a long time. So I don't know why people are saying that Cardano is dead. It's clearly not. It's looking very good. So yeah, let's also go on the monthly chart for a bit. So on the other side, we are actually above the yellow line, which is good. And yeah, as I mentioned in my previous videos, we went below the RSI and we closed there in June. And this did not happen in the previous cycle right here. And yeah, like I said, at that time, I thought that was bearish because this move did not really look like what we had right here. And if we want this move to look like this move right here, we do not want this move to close below the yellow line on the monthly RSI. So yeah, the RSI closing below the yellow line was not really something that I wanted to see on this chart, but now that we had it and now that we are back above the yellow line, then I don't think there's anything to be worried about, at least as of now. If we do close below it somehow in July as well, then I don't know how I will feel about that. Because we cannot afford to close below the yellow line on the RSI during a bull market. So yeah. And also closing below it would mean, in my opinion, it would mean that we will get another low on the price. And if we keep putting in lower lows, what is the point? This second wave is most likely going to get to the 22 cents level. And if we do go below that level, then this first wave move to the upside is pretty much going to be invalidated. And I don't see the price going anywhere if we do that. So ideally, it holds the 22 cents level, and ideally, it does not hit another low in the second wave right here. I really want to see the price actually go up and start the third wave. Let's also check out the weekly chart, and yeah, this chart is also looking pretty good. We are above the yellow line on the weekly chart, which is a good sign that things are starting to change. But yeah, this is nothing too crazy, and we are still at the 46 RSI level. And this only means that if we do get a huge breakout, then yeah, we could get to, like, let's say $1.30 before we get overbought on the weekly RSI. So yeah, this is a good sign. And don't forget, we are putting in higher lows on the other side, which is also a very good sign. It means the trend is starting to go up, which is good. Let's also check out the Cardano Bitcoin chart. And yeah, I mean, this chart is not really looking too good. I actually wanted to see it break above the bull market support band right here, but obviously it got rejected by it, and now we went down a lot. So I don't know if we bottomed on this chart. I mean, the RSI has been oversold so many times in the past year, actually in the past 2 years, that it makes you question if this chart will actually go up in the bull market, because we have been in a downtrend since August of 2021. So in my opinion, we should break at least this level right here of 0.0000 blah 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 1584 level. Until we don't go above that level, then I don't expect this chart to go anywhere, because it's not really looking that good, and we should be above the bull market support band. And honestly, I want to see a break above it this month, or maybe in the next month. But I do not really want to see the price go below it for much longer, because this is not really bullish. So if we do go on a third wave on the ADA chart, I do expect the ADA Bitcoin chart to explode and hopefully break the level that I mentioned earlier. So yeah, that's pretty much all I have for today. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please check out my Patreon, like this video, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.